What's good, fellow spirits? Welcome to another video. Tis I, Spirit Guru. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you are returning, then you'll probably notice it's a little bit different than what I normally do. I've been doing tarot videos on this channel up until today. Now I'll not only be doing tarot, but I'll also be doing videos on shadow work. I'll be doing some guided meditations here and there, just all around just spirituality content. This is actually the second YouTube channel that I started. My first one was called Shadow Gem. It's actually still up right now. I'm gonna leave those videos up, like, just for, I guess, nostalgia purposes. But I decided to pretty much, since it's all in the same realm, like spirituality, the same type of content, I decided to just put it all on one channel. It's easier for me to create, easier for me to stay consistent, and probably easier for you guys to keep up with too, as well, with it just being like just one channel instead of two. So yeah, moving forward, Spirit Guru is going to be encompassing, tarot, meditation, shadow work, coaching, pretty much all together. So yeah, I'm excited to get into it. So yeah, let me start off by reintroducing myself, give you a little bit of my background. Who am I? My name is Torrin Gooley, just a regular guy. I'm 35 years old. I live in Houston, Texas. And I'm just a fellow spirit like you guys, just, wavering through this thing with everybody else, But I've discovered a few things about it, and I feel like it's some information that's worth sharing. Not everybody has it. And yeah, that's what my soul's been called to do here. I've been on my own personal spiritual journey, we'll say, since 2019. I had a friend that initially put me on to meditation, shadow work, consciousness, things of that nature. And it started off as just like an interest. Like, I dabbled in it a little bit. I dabbled in meditation. I started burning sage, calling myself spiritual officially. That was just coming off of me going through like a transitional point in my life. At first, when it came to this type of stuff, I did consider myself, I'll go ahead and say Christian, because I mean, look, if you go to church, you read the Bible, and you believe in Jesus, you're a Christian, okay? All right, you're a Christian. So I started off that way, but I never really got into it. It was always just a thing that was just in the background of my life, you know what I mean? It was something I kind of just went along with because that's what my family and my peers said was going on, But eventually I came to a realization, really I just kind of just got real with myself. I was like, you know what? I never really resonated with this. I really don't believe in this, So that led me to do a hard, like, left turn into atheism. I started labeling myself as an atheist and like beating that drum and pounding my chest and declaring that. I'm sure if anybody's ever known some like hardcore atheists, y'all know how that goes. So yeah, again, like, strangely though, eventually I came to a realization. I was like, you know what? Like, for me, like, this ain't it either. Like, while I felt like it made more sense than religion, I was like, you know what? This still just doesn't feel right, Like, I don't believe in, God as a being, but I also don't believe that everything is literally just math and physics either. Like, you know what I mean? So that's how I eventually came into spirituality. A person introduced it to me. I feel like it was divine timing. But so again, I started off dabbling. I didn't really dive into spirituality for real until a couple years later. I'll say about towards the end of 2021, when I suffered a pretty big heartbreak. I can't even call it a breakup because we were never officially together. Long story there, I'll share in another video. But pretty much that situation ended with the young lady ghosting me. And when that happened, my whole world just fell apart. That broke me down to a molecular level. Like, your boy was going through it. It was pretty bad. But one day, while I was just like writhing in this pain, I was just like, hold up. I just stopped myself, just mid-thought. I was like, you know what? No, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna continue to live our days, our nights, our life like this. So we can't do this anymore. So I decided to pick myself up. I was like, okay, you gotta start doing something to get yourself back on track. And at that point, I started meditating again consistently. Like every day I was like, okay, we'll just start simple. We'll start with the meditation thing and start working out more, drinking more water, yada yada. But I will tell you that meditating consistently finally is what really like threw that snowball down the hill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just that is the first thing that changed my life. Just sitting still and being with my thoughts and actually processing my feelings instead of being ran by them. And while I was sitting there meditating, I also started to just notice things. It increased my awareness. That's the key thing, or like I feel like the best thing that meditation does for you is it increases your emotional and mental and spiritual awareness. Awareness is the first step of healing, because of course you can't heal anything that you're not aware of, that you don't acknowledge and you don't know that needs to be healed, right? So meditation, I started off with that, and then eventually just because of the spending time with myself and spending time and processing my emotion, that led to a lot of introspection. I started asking myself more and more questions. The number one was, I've been through situations where I've ended relationships or had ended relationships ended with me, and it affected me in no way like this. Like, I could not have given less of a fuck. In fact, in certain circumstances, I was happy. Like, finally, I ain't gotta talk to this motherfucker no more. But I was like, why is it different with this person? Why did this person like break me down in the way that it did, And then I also started noticing, I was like, you know what? This is also a bit of a pattern with how I get attached to people, and then when they don't behave a certain way or like meet my expectations, then I feel like I'm the one who caused it or deserves to like, take the punishment or like bear the brunt of the pain it is. That's like a recurring theme in my life, I noticed. And that was like the first thing, and it led me to also notice things outside of my love life, like in my professional life and my health, like the same things. This is what led me to discover shadow work. I didn't realize that there was actually a term for exactly what I was doing while I was doing it, but I discovered the term shadow work, and I was like, this makes sense. And so much so that I started a shadow work channel to teach other people how to do it. Just how like life changing of an experience that was for me, So being able to dig deep into yourself, ask yourself the tough questions, like really think and observe your life from a non-judgmental place. That was like the key. Just being able to look at the happenings of your life in an objective way instead of judging yourself for it. That's the key. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, again, I'll make more videos about this. So anyway, as I continue to dive into this type of content, I started to just become more and more interested and fascinated with spirituality, the universe, vibration, manifestation, like all that stuff. It all just made so much sense to me in a way that religion didn't, even in a way that atheism didn't. It made both of them make sense. You know what I mean? So that's how I really kickstarted this journey. And when I started implementing the things that I was learning, I started experiencing massive, like, just positive changes in my life. I started getting like the highest paying jobs I had ever gotten. I started meeting and interacting with new people, and the people in my life who I already had good relationships, those relationships became stronger, even though like there's a couple of them would eventually end up ending anyway. But again, like, that's okay. When I finally realized that things happen for you, not to you, when I started living by that, that's when things changed, So anyway, so that's a little bit about me and like my spiritual journey, and pretty much up until where I am right now. So I've definitely had some ups and downs, like since then, the said jobs, like I've gotten in and I've lost them, I've been like an up and down thing, So that's what led me to really kind of like revamp this channel and rebrand everything, and just pretty much just start over, Nothing wrong with starting over. Sometimes you have to do it, it's life. But I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, like I've been through the lessons that I've been through so far, and I feel like I have lessons to teach now, And look, don't get me wrong, like as I'm making these videos, I'm living life and learning too, Like this is my purpose of this, is like I'm finding ways to handle things and situations in my life. And as I conquer things, that's when I come out and make videos and help other people and drop gems and help them in the same way. That's my goal with this. So anyway, that's a bit about what I do. So let's see why I do it. The reason why I do this is because, I feel like this information that I've come across is like the information that I honestly feel like it's not a truth. It's not my truth. I feel like it's the truth. Vibration, the universe, source energy, all that stuff is real, for lack of better terms. You know what I mean? And it's evident without there being text written about it or without there being someone to tell you about it. If you pay attention, you can see the patterns and you can see the evidence of this stuff. At the beginning of my journey, I started listening to people like Infinite Waters, that good ass prana. Teal Swan is another person I gravitated towards. Eventually I started, listening to more and more people. Another person I really, really like is Aaron Doughty. He's actually a person that inspired me to get on YouTube. His story is extremely inspiring. Clark Kegley is another person, especially in the shadow work thing. When I started learning about that, I watched a lot of his videos and that was inspiring as well. But there's one person who really took my spiritual journey to the next level, and that's Abraham Hicks, or Esther Hicks. And she's an author, motivational speaker. She has there's so many channels, but there's a lot of YouTube channels that take clips from her seminars and just make little animated videos of them. And I started watching these on a daily basis, and that super saiyaned my my spirituality, and her basic teachings is what I pretty much want to teach, but I want to put this in the terms that people like me can understand. If I'm being specific, I definitely want to show this type of information. I want to get in front of more Black people, especially more Black men like myself. Now, to be clear, my content is for anybody interested in this content. All people, all races, all genders, all orientations are welcome here. This is a safe space for everybody. The one of the biggest inspiring things that inspired me is to show this to more and more Black people, because I feel like as Black people, I feel like we're a little bit more behind the curve on this type of information than other people. But I feel like our community, especially us here in America, could definitely learn more about this. But yeah, that's pretty much my mission with this channel, is just to connect with as many people as possible, spread this message that look, you create your own reality, that everything is vibration, everything is frequency. There's a reason why the term vibe is a thing. Every person, place, or thing has a vibe. Everything has a vibration, and we can feel it. This is all around us. Source energy is within us, all around us. It's everything. It's the energy that's in our bodies. It's the energy that we create through our inventions. It's the very energy that keeps the universe expanding as I'm speaking right now, or as you're listening. So learning how to, use that to your advantage is pretty much the key to consciously shaping your own reality. Because the fact of the matter is, manifestation isn't the way it's kind of sold on social media to society, to where it's a way to make my dreams come true, or I have to I just manifest good things and things that I want. That's not really exactly how it works. I mean, you can manifest things that you want consciously, but the fact of the matter is you're always manifesting, whether it's consciously or not. It's whether are you aware of, are you consciously manifesting or not? Everything around you is a manifestation, you know what I mean? But did you create it on purpose, or did you create it on autopilot? That's the thing. So that's the gist of what I'm trying to teach is or show people, or trying to live and relearn myself as I'm doing this. Because again, like I said, I'm the student and the teacher, So yeah, just basically our reality is ours to create. It's ours to enjoy. The secret to life is not a secret. It's not difficult. We're here to enjoy ourselves. We're here to expand. We're here to love. We're here to be happy. We're here to do the things that carry the next generation forward, you know? And with this channel, with this content, that's what I'm planning on doing. So again, with the tarot stuff, I'm going to continue to do the tarot readings, of course. I'm going to do those every week. And then I'm also going to post these spirituality, shadow work videos as well. And I'm also going to get into doing guided meditations. I was thinking about getting certified in that, but you know what? I figured I'd just, just start doing it. Like, who cares, right? But but anyway, yeah, through the tarot, I'm going to be, just channeling messages, and through like the coaching, we're going to talk about how to apply those messages. So we're going to meet on the middle here, and I'm hoping it's going to be beautiful. And thank you for whoever's listening. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. My email address is in the description. As always, if you want a personal tarot reading, happy to do that for you. Just hit the email address and I'll send you instructions. Or if you have inquiries about coaching, that as well. Or just anything, if you want to contact me directly for anything, my email address is in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone who's already been watching and supporting, I thank you so much. And to the new people, welcome again. And yeah, let's do this life thing together, y'all. Peace.